For you, the president.
That's Not Why You Called. Hosted by Lefty.
I deserve to be blown.
Dr. Chiz.
One more chance.
Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. It's That's Not Why You Called.
And here we go.
Hello, welcome to That's Not Why You Called, episode numero ocho, the Ocho. Here we are, That's Not Why You Called, welcoming you to another hopefully great episode. I'm your host, Lefty. You can follow me on Twitter at Lefty643. Over there playing with a snap band is our great co-host, Dr. Chiz. You can follow him at Dr. Chiz. And, of course, our lovely producer, Katie. Hi, Katie. How are you?
I'm good.
How's everybody doing? What's up? What's going on up in this bitch? It's the show.
Hi, Jerry. Hi.
What do you? What's your problem?
Hi. Problem? I have no problem.
Well, you
I'm
call me
good.
Jerry. We're going with the Jerry Springer thing, right?
Well, I was going with Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh.
I didn't really convey it very well.
Yeah. Who were you supposed to like? What
Jerry.
character?
Yeah.
Like if you'd been like, "Hello, Jerry," I'd have been like, "Hello, Newman."
Right. Hello, Newman.
Newman. Damn it. Anyway, we are live. Hello, everybody. As always, first of all, if we're having tech issues, please do not be shy about tweeting us, specifically audio. If your video is lagging, there's nothing really much I can do about that. But audio, if there's like crackling noises, I'm on like a crackle search.
Cracker Jack.
Searching for crackles, yeah. Because XSplit is just a wonderful program that works all the time. It works so well. Every single way it should.
I sense some sarcasm in there.
Yeah, because XSplit. Anyway,
Nice.
but yeah, you can tweet us hashtag TNWYC if you want to get involved in the discussion. Directly involved, of course, you have the comment section at your disposal. But also, if you want to tweet us directly, you can hashtag TNWYC on Twitter. Just add that to your tweet, and we will get you involved. # TNWYC.
Pound.
You
How
should
you
have seen it
doing?
before the show. What happened to Chiz with his little snap band there thing that he was.
Blew up in my face trying
It
to make
did.
a mustache.
It
It
did.
flung across the table.
Yeah.
It was really embarrassing. And thank God we weren't live.
Not as embarrassing as you balancing it on your nose like a seal.
Oh, that was pretty good. It's
No, that was
broken,
good.
so it snaps all the time. But how you asked? I answered the question how I was doing. How
Mm-hmm.
are you doing, Katie and Lefty?
I said I'm doing good.
Okay, then moving on.
I'm feeling better because I had a little pre-show BM. 3 in an hour.
What's a BM?
Bowel movement. I'm talking
Oh.
about poop. This is
thought
a
it was
poop talk.
bathroom
We're talking
montage.
about poop. Yeah, no.
Bathroom want.
No.
What?
No.
I just picture 80s music. Dun, 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 dun.
So wait. My bathroom montages are set to the 18.
To MASH?
No, that's
Oh,
not
that's
MASH.
18.
That's the 18.
That's A-Team. Yeah.
There's nothing like the MASH freaking.
I know. The MASH is depressing sounding. It's
Oh yeah.
melodic.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess yeah, but no. I would love to have that just to be my life theme sound, the theme track. Just the A-Team.
Dun, 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 dun. Then every time you did something, it cut at different angles, like you're walking.
Wait, is that right?
Open the door. Yeah, that's A-Team.
Now, what's the Magnum PI soundtrack?
Don't ask me.
Oh, God. What's the Magnum PI theme?
You're the
Oh.
old fart.
I used to love... I am old because before the show, my stomach just, out of nowhere, just went, fuck you. Like, you're going to have
That's an
to...
old person problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm
No
getting old.
reason.
I guess, yeah.
Getting old, you are old.
I'm not old.
Like Magnum PI. I never watched that show. I was
Magnum
born in
PI is a
92.
great show.
That was probably canceled before I was born.
Maybe. But it was Magnum PI is a great show. Tom Selleck in his prime.
Whoever that is.
You're Tom Selleck. Wow. Okay. You know who Tom Selleck is. You're just being a dick. You know exactly.
Do
Tom
I know
Selleck
who
is.
Tom Selleck is?
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, you do. Ha ha ha.
Right. Fuck.
Yeah. So, Magnum PI is a great show. I don't even know what you're talking about, but yeah, I'm doing well. Before the show, I had a little emergency.
Emergency poop.
Yeah. Well,
Safety
you know,
poop.
I always go to this. I make safety trips to the bathroom before the show, or at least I try to. You know, this time it saved me from probably having to poop during the show. So, you should all
That would have
thank
been entertaining.
just right here.
Yep. You would have left us muted. I would have just had to like write signs.
Oh
instead
no,
of
I
pooping.
thought you meant like during the show. I'm just like pinching one off in my chair. I
You
thought
should
that's
take your mic with you.
Oh
Just
my
take-
god.
on scene. That's not what you called episode. On
Yeah.
scene.
I should get. To do that, I'd have to get
Live
like
from the
I'd have to
crap.
get a radio mic set up. I'd have to get a wireless mic.
You just switch the lapel. Just walk out.
Act like I'm in the. The eagle is in the bathroom. The eagle is in the bathroom.
He's pinching off some eggs.
The omelet is in the pot. The omelet is in the pot.
Anyway.
Yeah, that would be a great segment. I should do videos from there, from the bathroom while I'm
From
pooping.
pooping?
Yeah,
The vlog.
yeah. Would YouTube
Yeah.
call it a blog? Oh no, that's already. You get what I was trying to say, but
Bathroom
blog is
blog.
yeah. But
You should do it, but I want the full camera shot, like panned out. But you
no,
just
but YouTube would flag
pants
that.
around- No. Pants around your ankles and you just blur everything midsection. Just one big blur or like a big black sensor bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And it just says like on it.
Just it's me reading.
I bet if somebody made a vlog channel from them vlogging, it could be like they could be talking about politics, but they're on the crapper.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you anything it would be successful. It's quirky.
It is. I don't like the dynamic of doing a video from the bathroom once. You do it and it's funny. But like every time that's your set is the toilet. Maybe it's like different bathrooms. Maybe you go to different public restrooms throughout where you live and just do vlogs while you're taking a dump or
You
leaving
mix
a
it
dump.
up occasionally. You go to the Home Depot and it looks like you're in a normal bathroom. Then the camera pans out and you're sitting around a bunch of the show model toilets over there.
Oh yeah. Maybe once in a while go into the girls' bathroom just for a thrill.
No.
All right.
With
That's
it
a
while
little
it's empty. While it's empty. I'm talking about
creepy.
like
What if a girl walks in though? What do you do?
we lock the door.
It was not.
No. You lock the door in
No,
the
we're
bed.
talking
I'm talking.
about one of those.
I'm talking
those
about like a
that have
single
multiple.
bathroom, like
Oh,
a
you're talking
single.
about a single.
Oh.
Yeah, like a fast food restaurant, not like with rows of toilets.
Okay then.
Or you could do that. Just put on some dainty shoes. Maybe you can get away with it.
Have fun explaining that one though. If it's a singular bathroom and you've got it by yourself and somebody's waiting outside the door.
Yeah, just put a wig on. You'll be all right.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah, you just put your
Excuse
head
me,
down.
ma'am. Excuse me.
You just walk out. Excuse me, sorry, I had to go. Bye. And you just run away.
I don't think they would believe you.
Oh, there's stupid people out there that believe anything.
Anytime you disagree with whatever subject matter you're talking about, you just go. That's what I feel about their argument.
That could be the bit of the show. It culminates with me just going, and that's what I think of this. And then I could get some sound effects in post and just have it just be like that runny kind of watery sound. I'm like,
Oh my god. That's horrible. That's just poop water.
Why?
because that would be, I don't know.
Really gross.
The novelty would
Toilet
wear off.
Chronicles.
The Toilet Chronicles. I think that's a good
Toilet
patent
Chronicles?
pending.
Toilet
Patent pending.
Get that trademarked.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna jump on it. But who's gonna be the first to sit on it?
Yeah, well, is it? I will. In the Bathroom Chronicles.
Fall 2013.
Just get a theatrical trailer made up. Arrow, arrow.
I'm not gonna do a Pablo Francisco.
No,
thing.
no. But just imagine that, like a black title card, and then it says this fall, and then it cuts to me. It's like a slow cut to me, and I'm like walking into a bathroom, like slow motion, and then another black title card, something, and then it's like a like the camera is on the ground, kind of looking up, and I'm walking towards the stall, and then it fades to another title card, and then it comes back, and I'm like unbuckling my pants.
black screen. You can't stop him, and then it shoots to you in Home Depot, and a staff member's yelling at you and pointing his finger.
See, there we go. I think we just got a major production for YouTube, all about me
Start a
taking a
Kickstarter.
dump.
Let's hit up Zach Braff.
Yeah, there we go. He knows how to get some money out of people despite being a millionaire.
That's a legitimate movie idea right there.
Like, Zach, here's the idea. I know you're a millionaire. I'm not coming to you for money. I want to come to your fans for money.
Toilet Chronicles.
The Toilet Chronicles. Videos about me pooping. Anyway, we appreciate
So how are
everybody
you
that...
doing on YouTube?
And we appreciate everybody liking the stream. If you do enjoy, it does show up in our respective feeds. It also shows up in the hashtag TNWYC feed. So go ahead and do that. We love seeing it scroll of everybody liking. And, of course, liking does help out the stream. It does help propagate it, if you will. And we can, or proliferate it. I think propagate and proliferate. Well, propagate and I think proliferate are interchangeable at that point. Because I'm trying to convey they help, I think. I don't know. If I'm wrong, let me know. My thesaurus is in the shop. I got to get the thesaurus fixed. It's got a bad alternator or something. I don't even know. But anyway, we do appreciate you liking the stream, and we love each and every person that does so. So what has everybody been doing on YouTube? I guess just Chiz and I, what have you been doing on YouTube? Because Katie doesn't have a channel. Well, she does have a channel. She just doesn't upload to it.
Right.
This motherfucker just tweeted a picture. He's got his 2 computer monitors, and he's got this giant TV, and that looks like a Vizio, above them, and he's watching us in full screen.
Wow, I'm sorry.
That's nice. Cool.
You have to watch this show in full screen? I'm sorry.
I haven't seen a projector yet. I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Step it up, people.
No,
Go
this
big or
show
go
does
home,
not need to be
people.
projected. This show does not. This show is already broadcast
Coming
to some
in
extent.
4K.
Yeah, coming in 4K. Screen capped Google Hangouts in 4K. Brr. We've got 1,000 kbps audio channel
Just
speeds
sound fucking underwater.
for no reason. We just sound like we're in your ear.
Yeah.
Ow, that hurt. Okay,
Why?
that's
No.
too much.
Good.
In my,
Too much.
Too much
Good.
in my
Let me
ear.
turn the highs up. Yeah.
There you go.
I'll start whistling.
Oh, please do. Right into your microphone.
I'm not going to hit it from down here into the
No,
angle.
yeah, because you can whistle
Right
across,
in.
so you can just go,
Yeah.
and that's not too bad. But when you whistle
Right in.
directly into the microphone, that's how you get big on YouTube. A lot of people ask me every single day, how do you achieve success on YouTube? Here's what you got to do: every single video, every single one, whistle directly into the microphone.
Do it.
Bam.
Do it.
YouTube stardom.
We're not going to continue until you do it.
I'm not doing it.
No, I'm saying.
I can,
we're not
oh,
gonna
okay.
continue the show until
Yeah,
they
we're just
start
gonna wait.
doing
We're
it.
gonna wait. Everybody start making videos and start whistling into your microphones.
In fact,
We'll
whistle the intro.
Our intro.
Yeah.
How do you whistle?
Which
that?
part?
You're going to have to start layering some shit.
Oh, so you mean like start recording tracks and
Yeah.
layer it? Yeah.
Get on it. You've got
You got
Hour
about
and
2 hours.
45 minutes.
Yeah, you got about an hour 45 minutes. So.
so whether the show lives or not, it's on you.
Wait, we're dying?
Well, we're
If this doesn't happen, we're dying? What? I did not agree to that.
eject.
Anyway, so Chiz, what can we if we open up the before that, got to get to the other propers. The TNWYC subreddit, reddit.com/r/TNWYC, right?
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
I do that right? Anyway, there is a link now in the description, and there will be henceforth. Go ahead and check it out if you want to check out the subreddit. It is there. You can come to us with topics that you see that we may have missed. You can discuss things that you see on the show or things about the show, whatever it is. Go ahead and check out reddit.com/r/TNWYC. And also below that is the link to the YouTube channel of the moderator of the TNWYC. Well, he's like the head moderator, isn't he?
Well, he's the one who made it. Yeah.
He's the one that makes it.
He's the one that does the link dumps.
Is he doing
I
a
feel
live
bad
link
for him.
dump?
I don't know if he's doing
That's
it
what
this
I could
week.
call my series, Link Dump.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh.
My series
goodness.
from various public restrooms. I'll call it Link Dump.
The link dump. I like it.
Hey guys, I'm Lefty. Welcome to the Link Dump. Can I bring like my computer and like the mic stand and this microphone? I don't want like a headset or anything. I want this microphone. Like I want to set up a little studio in the shitter.
Dude, the guy who just tweeted us, that fail gamer, that is awesome. Vlopping. The art of vlogging while pooping. Vlopping.
There it is. All right, that fail gamer. Thank you very much for that.
And he is doing the live link dump.
Yep, there's a live link.
Yeah, go ahead,
Tweet
check
it.
that. I will
retweet it.
I'll retweet it. I'll retweet it. Let's all
Alright.
retweet it.
Let's
Yeah,
all
let's
do
all
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Give him some love. I feel bad for him.
Just to be special.
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
he's
say
like devoting his life to this awful
we only
show.
have like maybe we come in with written down like 5 to 7 topics written down. Doesn't mean we're getting to them. And then we go on some tangents, but apparently those tangents are filled with so much shit. He ends up writing a link dump of 40 fucking things that he needs to link to.
Yeah.
So bravo to him.
He finds links for everything that we've been talking about on the show, and he has to listen to every second of it. And it's so bad. I saw you were gonna do
right
that.
there.
Yeah, I liked it. Speaking of which, Katie, we'll get back to our respective YouTube channels in a second. Katie, what the hell are we going to be supposed to be talking about this show? This is a new thing we're starting. Katie is going to list off the things that we're supposed to talk about that we pre-show have decided that we are going to talk about, and then towards the end of the show, we are going to go back and look at how bad
What we did and did not get.
and
Usually it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
lately we've been okay, but of course the usual YouTube happenings. What's all going on?
Mm-hmm.
Also, next generation streaming about the new consoles being able to stream and how that's going to affect the streaming community. We're going to attempt to touch on Prism a little bit, and also talk about James Gandolfini, the guy he plays Tony, right, from
Tony Soprano.
Sopranos?
Mm-hmm.
He just died, I guess, yesterday.
You guess? Oh.
You guess. We don't
I
we
guess,
don't know.
I
Not
don't know.
unconfirmed reports that James Gandolfini died yesterday. Not sure.
Confirmed.
Stay tuned. TNWYC. Breaking news. Yes.
We have
Dead.
the Xbox policy changes, how they changed their DRM policies and all that. And
just hurt himself again.
did he really?
Well, because it's broken, so if I barely, it's broken in
So
the middle.
stop
if I barely
playing
touch
with it,
Why are
you
messing
idiot.
with it, then?
There. Shit. I was gonna slap it, and while in air, it flew. So,
Okay. All right, Katie. What
you,
else?
Katie.
Supposedly Chiz has a question for us.
I do.
Okay.
I don't know. Neither of us know what it is. I don't
You
think.
Okay.
don't.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Anything else?
And yeah, we have 2 more. We have Steam supposedly not allowing game sharing, but game trading in stuff like that, gifting, a little bit different. And something about Cliff Bleszinski and the Xbox and all that. So.
Yeah, Cliff Bleszinski had some forecasting on the market of video games
Yeah.
as a result of the
Interesting
Xbox
words.
One
He's quite the
DRM.
active retiree.
Yeah. Did he retire?
Oh yeah.
He was like a wunderkind, was he not? He was like the young rock star of the gaming.
He's only like 30 something.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
He was. What is he behind? That was Gears of War, right?
Gears of War. What is that company name? Trying to think.
It's not Naughty Dog. It's what
No.
the fuck was that? I don't know. Anyway,
Katie, Google.
yeah. Good luck trying to figure out Cliff Bleszinski. How to
Just
spell
type
that.
in Gears of War company
Oh yeah, that'll
or
work too.
developers.
Anyway, so we're gonna try to get to those. We'll see how we do. This will be a measure of how tangential we can be. I don't believe I'm using that word right, but
No.
I'm adding a new an addendum to its definitions. I'm
Just
using
give
like
it
that.
its own definition.
Of or being like a tangent. Is,
Tweet was recently just
tangential.
edited in the Webster's dictionary.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, from the bird thingy or whatever to the actual
Mm-hmm.
social media site. So do as you wish. Epic Games, thank you.
There we go. Cliff Bleszinski. So anyway, your YouTube channel. What do we got? Cheers. Go. Link in the description, by the way. Dr. Coffee MD.
I did more custom zombies. We did Stinky Market, which was COD 4 weapons on a map where you're just trying to get the high score, and we failed.
Wait, how do you
I
fail
did-
to get the high score?
Well, you're just trying to. Well, in the bottom corner was the map creator's legitimate score. I mean, he created the map, so I mean, he could just type whatever he wanted to in that
Right.
bottom left-hand corner. But we figured out a really good system to get there and get the point, because you can't win. It's just go as long as you want. and we fucking failed because we're retarded and got cocky. And then I've done a bunch of like what I did back in the day and what you did back in the day. I don't know why I'm talking like that.
That going back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard commentaries on a topic talking about the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, a bunch of that crap because subs and views and it works out. I don't really give a fuck. And I
Wait, you don't
posted
give a
some-
fuck about what? About the topics or about shamelessly
I don't give a fuck
talking about high
shamelessly
search?
talking about them. Yeah.
About this is our industry. This is our business. This is what we do. Shame on anybody that tries to shame other people. Oh, they're uploading more videos about this topic. Well, fuck yeah, they are. Everybody's talking about it.
At least I didn't re-upload any trailers. Just putting that out there. Shots fired. And then I put up some Left 4 Dead 2 that I did with Lefty and a bunch of retarded fucking teammates that all suck balls and like to quit out of fucking games every time we're doing good and they're doing bad.
Yeah, we started to make a little bit of a comeback. Because
Fucking assholes.
you can see the series from my perspective on there as well. I accidentally uploaded a video out of order today, so the series technically starts tomorrow and ends today.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
That's
the last
quite
video.
a bit out of order.
It was like, well, you know when you do a scheduled upload and it defaults the scheduled upload, the publishing time defaults to when you're uploading.
Yeah.
It defaults to the time you're uploading, the nearest hour or half hour, and the next and the day after.
Mm-hmm.
And so yesterday I did a block of uploads, and I must have forgot to schedule this one properly.
You forgot to change one.
Yeah, so today at 1 o'clock, a video.
Fair
went
enough.
live, and I was like,
All
fuck.
right. I was wondering why I saw the finale at the end there. I went and clicked on it to see what episode it was. I'm like, this is the end. It didn't click for me.
No,
though.
I'm trying to do. No, not Scorsese. What's his fucking name? The crazy director.
Tarantino.
Yeah, I'm gonna Tarantino shit. We're going backwards. We're jumping all over the storyline. You're gonna have to figure it out for yourselves, motherfuckers. Good
I
luck.
see what you're doing there. The ending is not as it seems, so don't pay attention to that video you saw today on Lefty's channel.
Yeah.
And why did Left 4 Dead... I mentioned this to you, but I do not understand why Left 4 Dead 2 videos just do not do good on YouTube. Zombies do great on YouTube, custom zombies do great on YouTube.
Yeah.
But even if you're doing regular Left 4 Dead 2 or even the insane campaigns and maps, they just don't get... I mean, I've done them over the course of a year, so have people like Yodi, who's a dedicated zombie channel. They just don't do good. I don't know why, because it's fun to play.
Yeah, and
They do good on streams, but...
Yeah, but it's like... I'm befuddled by it too, because... I don't mean to piss people off, but for the most part, Left 4 Dead is the deeper zombie game than COD Zombies.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do, like versus mode, the survival thing, the scavenge mode. I'm not taking a dig because I love it, but World at War and Black Ops Zombies and shit, if you're not playing a custom map, you're doing the same thing every time. You're just trying to see how long you can go, and you're rape training zombies. And you just kill zombies. That's all you do.
You just get to. And for those of you that don't know, rape training is when you're in when you're playing zombies and you've got the maximum number of level. Is the number of spawnable zombies increased on PC? Because I know on console it's like 25.
No, it's 25.
Okay. But you get the maximum number of zombies spawnable in the map, and you have them. They follow. It's a very simple, AI logic thing that follows your character through the map, and then you can get a single file line, or basically single file line of zombies following you, and then you just run, turn around, and shoot, and then continue and rinse, repeat, ad nauseum, or until you screw up and die, or until your weapons become less powerful because the zombies increase in health every single round. But that's interesting. Like, and going through the let us know, because I know a lot of people like zombies games here. I mean, a lot of people that come to my channel watch because of DayZ, my original run through DayZ and.
But I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not the only Yodi Slayer, the guy I play with. I mean, he's at like 300,000 subs now, and he's notorious for zombies. And he'll agree with me that, like, when it comes to World at War zombies and things like that, it's boring for us to watch. But I'll watch Left 4 Dead 2 videos because there's things going on with the people playing and how they're reacting and whatnot.
Right.
Like, in World at War, you're really just rape training and stuff.
But if you're watching videos of people trying to do the Easter eggs, that can be cool.
That's cool. Or the custom maps that we play where there is an actual ending and stuff like that, or I haven't seen it. But, like, if someone's just trying to go for... I mean, I hopped into a stream, somebody was like, on round 150 of Moon from Black Ops 1. And I'm like, you're boring, and this isn't that entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
You're running around the same room shooting. Okay. Granted, that's how you do it, but I don't know, not enjoy. I'd rather watch someone try to fucking jump on someone's dick in Left 4 Dead 2 and rip it off.
Yeah, I wish Left 4 Dead 2 did better. I just wish my channel did better, but whatever. You know, it is what
it was funny. Somebody commented, "Are you gonna be playing and posting Left 4 Dead 3?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if I'm still alive when Valve decides to start making the end of a trilogy, sure."
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the fuck is that gonna happen?
Why are they so opposed to doing Left 4 Dead 3 and Half-Life 3 and?
I don't know. Well, I know why for Half-Life 3. Gabe's come out and said, you know, it's been so long and the game is more hyped up than any other game on the planet, so we could never make a game to live up to how much hype is behind Half-Life 3.
That's bullshit. Duke Nukem Forever tried.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
That was fucking awful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't even.
I guess.
But like Portal 3 and like actually, when did Left 4 Dead 2 come out? Because Portal 2 was like,
I want to say like 2010.
It was 2011 because I was in Commentator March Madness, and that's when I played with Woody. Left 4 Dead 2 had
Portal
to be
2 came out the same year. Came out the same.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Portal 2 came out in 2011. Left 4 Dead 2 came out in 09. Which when did Left 4 Dead?
Well, maybe
1
that's
come
what.
out?
Maybe that's part of the reason why Left 4 Dead 2 doesn't do really well, because it's a 6-year-old game. No. I suck at math.
Yeah,
it's
you
a
do.
4-year-old game. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, and Left 4 Dead was only wow. See, look at Left 4 Dead. I thought it was way older, but that came out in October of 2008, and 2 was in October of 2009. So it was like,
Oh
boom,
yeah, I
boom.
remember all the PC guys went crazy when they announced Left 4 Dead 2. Like, this game's life cycle isn't done. It's blah blah blah. There's a huge to-do about the whole thing.
Well, there was a bunch of hubbub about Left 4 Dead 2 and things. Like, I mean, like, just the box art alone was so controversial. And, like,
Why is that?
because it's missing 2 fingers on it or whatever, so they couldn't show it in certain countries where they don't have a rating system that goes up to, like, mature. So I know they had to reskin the fingers in, like, Australia, I think. It's in China or something like that.
Really, because
I
you
don't know.
can't show and you can't draw
in
dismemberment or
Australia-
something?
No, you can't. And in Australia, they don't. There is no like hanging. You don't see bones or anything. They're all skinned as zombies.
Oh, wow.
So they're not even like zombies.
Well, you know, I feel bad for. I mean, because I've had a few run-ins with just assholes from Australia that just people that just uncouth dickwads. But I feel bad for when people talk about like how bad it is in Australia, because they're just the victim of some conservative. I believe it's like 1 or 2 conservative guys in the country that are just like, video games are bad for everything, and they're gonna make you into a psycho murderer, so everything's restricted and insanely expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I would love to visit sometime, but once again, that's like a fucking 20-hour plane ride or some shit like that. But their internet sucks balls, and their taxes are worse than California. Like, they are so hot on everything.
Yeah, that sucks, Australia.
Sorry, Australia. Maybe you shouldn't have been such a tasty island for the Brits to store their prisoners on.
Yeah. Just kind of like Atlanta for us, or Georgia became Atlanta.
Yeah, Georgia. That was the little buffer state between the
They were like,
Mexicans.
yeah, just put on degenerates and criminals, just debtors, just put them in fucking
We don't want
Georgia.
them Mexicans coming up and screwing with us white folks that are all fancy
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, blah.
We don't need Georgia. What do you got, cotton and peaches? Fuck off.
We still don't need Georgia. Fuck
Run an
Georgia.
economy on fucking peaches and cotton. Tell me how that goes.
But peaches and cream, though.
Peaches and cream?
Are peaches and cream any good?
I don't know.
Not really.
Not really.
There you go.
Well, then fuck peaches and
Peaches are pretty good though.
I'll still take cream over peaches.
What kind of cream, though?
All the creams.
Okay.
Let your mind wander. Lemon meringue pie.
Nah, not a big fan of lemon meringue pie. Best pie ever, GG, no RE, French silk pie from Baker Square. Get at me.
What the fuck is that?
I like cherry
It's
pie.
the best
All right, there
pie.
you go. That's a pie.
No. French silk pie. Everybody,
French silk
echo
is
my
the-
shit. Everybody,
French silk is
fight.
not a flavor. That is a country and a texture. What flavor is the pie?
It's like chocolate.
No, see, that is pudding and a fucking crust.
It's got
Apple, cherry. Those are pies.
Yeah, it's
Pecan.
like jam
Those are
with big
pies.
chunks.
Yeah.
No, I
Why don't
mean,
you just have
carry
cake?
is jam with big chunks. So
Yeah. Dick.
Just have a cake.
It's-
I'm cake
French
beats
silk
pie.
is really good.
Yeah, but a pie is easier to carry than a cake. Easy as pie.
I don't know if I've ever said this before. Most overrated fucking cake. Maybe it's just a Texas thing. What is it? They have it at the Cheesecake Factory. It's like red velvet. Red velvet. So
How's that
fucking
overrated?
overrated.
It's
because
delicious.
It tastes like fucking cake. It doesn't taste anything different. It's just red.
No,
it's
it
food
tastes
coloring.
It tastes different. No, it's
Oh
not.
my God. Does it taste like red?
No, it's
I
like
bought it and
chocolate
it was-
cake with. It's weird.
All right, we're late for a break. When we come back, we're going to get into some
Yeah.
actual topics that we were supposed to discuss. We thank everybody for liking the stream. This is that called. We will be right back.
Overrated.
It's not overrated.
It's just red.
You're just a hater. You're just a hater.
I tried it. It's just red.
All right, shut up. The break's playing, you jerk. Seriously, French silk pie is the greatest pie ever invented. Like and favorite for French silk pie.
That's not why you called. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
The doorbell rang.
No. Oh, no.
What'd you do?
back. That's not why you called.
What do you do wrong?
I muted and unmuted the Hangout instead of XSplit. So if the audio is crackly, let me know. Hashtag TNWYC. I was all ready. I'm like, yeah, mute, unmute, ready to go. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I muted the wrong thing. I didn't mute and unmute because when
You were shaking your head at me.
No. When you change scenes in XSplit after playing media, it sometimes screws up the audio codec, and shit just goes haywire. So yeah, if the audio, the audio is fine. Getting word from people. Thank you all very much. Hashtag TNWYC. There you go. Perfect way to get in direct contact with the show. Welcoming all of you back. And the first segment we bantered a little bit about nothing much, but before we get into real topics, James Gandolfini died yesterday in Italy. Supposedly, they think, this hasn't been confirmed yet. Of course, TMZ was really classy about it and said no drugs or alcohol found yet. James Gandolfini died of an apparent heart attack, and it's really sad.
How
51.
old? 50. That's what I thought. Yeah, 51.
He was 51. Many people know him as Tony Soprano from the HBO hit series The Sopranos. He was also in the Brad Pitt movie The Mexican. He was in Chiz's favorite movie. What was that one, Chiz?
Well, it's one of them, The Last Castle.
The Last Castle. Yeah, I think I remember that. He was like in fatigues the whole time, right? He was like a general or something.
Well, he was the colonel of, it's a military prison. I forget what the name of it is, but he's like the dude in charge or whatever, and he's douchebag.
Oh, yeah. So, James Gandolfini dead at the age of 51.
That's a shame.
It is a shame. He was...
How old was he in The Sopranos then, if he was only 51? I mean, I've never seen the show, but I know it was...
Well, The Sopranos was right
back.
around 2000... I want to say 2002? 2000, late 2000... Or no, it had to be 2002. So it was probably...
So he was in his 40s.
Yeah, he was in his 40s when he was...
All right, fair enough.
Played when he played
I thought it was
Tony.
older.
Yeah, it was a really great show. Towards the end, it kind of got off the rails because everybody wanted money and HBO couldn't
That
afford to
started
pay
in
them all.
99.
Started in 99? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
Ended in 07.
Yeah, it ran for a long time, and it got to the point where they had like 8 episodes filmed for a season, and then nobody wanted to do filming anymore, so then they had to fill out 8 episodes or stretch out 8 episodes so they would fit like 12.
So much for that Sopranos movie.
Yeah, I was gonna tweet. I'm like, maybe it was the members only guy. Huge fans of the series they'll get that.
Yeah, I agree.
The members only jacket guy is
The guy from Drive?
no.
He's cute.
In the last scene of the show, Tony Soprano.
We don't know what happens at the last scene of the show.
That's the point, and everybody was
know.
speculating the members only guy, and so now it was the members.
All right.
Everybody was just like, no, that was the end of his mob career, and it was
You
figurative.
don't just walk away from the mob.
It wasn't a literal cut to black, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, no. A lot of people think he was assassinated.
Well, he was, as of yesterday.
Well, now he's dead.
He was
You know what?
assassinated.
You know what? Members only guy. Bad aim. That's what that is. It took 6 years. Bad aim. Finally got
Yeah,
it.
look at that. Got your math on lock.
There. I got it back. See? Huh?
It comes and goes.
It comes and goes. Yeah. It's like my sciatica. It just
Much like his poops.
sometimes. No. My poops are always going. Never coming. That would be bad and weird.
Yeah.
I sit down like, all right, get back in there.
Wow. That's just gross and not healthy.
So, did you have a question about James Gandolfini, Chiz? Was that your big question? Oh, I thought you did, because you followed it up with like right after, like, did you see The Sopranos? I'm like, yeah. Or like, I've watched The Sopranos for a while.
Well, then I said I've never seen this dude except for The Last Castle.
Oh, I see. I thought that your question was something Sopranos related. I got kind of excited. Oh, damn it!
I want to go back and watch it. Everybody says it's amazing.
The early stuff is good.
No.
Like towards the end, it gets. I don't know how to really describe The Sopranos. Towards
Shitty?
No, it doesn't get shitty. It's just it's
Off the rails.
yeah, and it's.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
No, it's just everybody. I don't know. It gets really dark
Okay.
towards the end, people start dying, and because they got to kill off all the characters to tie off storylines. But in the beginning, towards the middle, there are just some really good, interesting mob storylines that are. Some of it's funny. There are funny stuff like when Paulie and Christopher get lost in the woods after shooting a Russian. And they get lost in the woods for like a day, but it's like it's all snowing and stuff. And that was a funny episode.
Paulie
yeah.
Shore.
The Paulie
Shore.
You know what? Paulie Shore.
Paulie Shore was in a mob movie. Well, Godfather movie.
He was in a Godfather movie?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
It's like My Son or something like that. I don't know. It was kind of a recent one where he's got to pass it down to Paulie Shore, but the Godfather's right-hand man tries to set up and frame and also kill Paulie Shore so he can get it because the kid is a retard and he clubs and stuff like that.
Oh, so it wasn't like an actual Godfather movie?
Oh, no. Not of the trilogy.
Oh.
But, I mean, it's a Godfather movie.
Right.
It's called Godfather something.
Okay.
You can't just make a movie called Godfather whatever you want. There
Okay.
are several games around it.
I understand, but I was just... The way you made it sound, I'm like, he was in Godfather? Oh, you want to know something interesting about me? Never
Nope.
seen The Godfather.
Neither have I.
Me neither.
Never seen
Never
a
seen
single
it.
one.
Never want to watch... Never really want to watch one either.
I
People are
feel
like,
like
you
it's
got
one
to
of those
see it. It's the
things-
greatest. It's like, no.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's so past my time that if I go back and watch it now, it probably wouldn't live up to the hype as it did back then. There's a bunch of movies that are classics I haven't seen.
It's like,
it's
like that
it's-
episode of Family Guy where Peter admits to not liking The Godfather. He's like, can I
Yeah.
make a confession before we all die? I did not care for The
I did
Godfather.
not care for The Godfather. What?
It insists upon itself, Lois.
What does that even mean? It insists upon itself.
And then once you hear that, and then like you go back and you hear people talking about The Godfather, you're like, oh my God! If Godfather the movie doesn't insist upon itself, people certainly sure as shit insist on The Godfather, and they insist it upon others. So,
Sorry, it's past its time.
yeah, never seen The Godfather. Tweet us. Let us know in the
really want
comments
to.
if you can commiserate with us on that front. Never seeing and not really wanting to see The Godfather.
Why don't you tweet some movies that you think are nowhere classics and you've never seen them? Because maybe you'll jog a memory of some
Yeah, let
I
us
haven't
know in the
seen.
comments. Let us know #TNWYC movies that are institutions, but that you've never seen or don't really care for.
Like if you've never seen Independence Day or something.
I have. It's just been a really long time.
There you go. Don't worry, it's coming up in a month, a couple weeks.
No, yeah, it's going to be on TBS
It'll be on every
all
fucking 2
day
days. Every
long.
2 hours.
Like the Christmas Story. I used to like the
Oh
Christmas
my
Story.
God, no, a Christmas
A
Story or
Christmas Carol.
There
Wait,
you go.
which one? No. Which one's the one with
think
the
it might
Red
be
Rider
Christmas
BB
Story.
going?
Christmas
Christmas
Story.
Carol is.
Yeah, that's with Scrooge and.
Yeah, you're right. Christmas
Yeah.
Story.
A Christmas
God,
Story.
Dude, they put that on for all of December, literally nonstop, one after the other on
No,
TNT.
Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is a Christmas Story run back to back to back
It's
to back to back.
back-to-back.
That's all it is. It is like you killed the movie. You've
Yeah.
absolutely killed
I never
it.
want to watch it anymore. I've seen it too many times.
Mm-hmm.
You've killed it. It's not one of those gems I look forward to.
The Alkaline Uno at Riley SMJ
A
is
lot of
tweeting
people are saying Pulp
#TNWY.
Fiction.
Pulp, yeah, I could
never-
get
That's a
like
staple.
never seeing it or not liking it.
I think never seeing it.
Okay. Well, tweet us
'Cause
stuff
there's
you
a
don't
lot of
like
that.
too, because I've seen some institutional movies that I hate. No Star Wars movies or Star Trek movies. Wow.
I've never seen any of
What
the
is your
old
life
Star
like?
Trek stuff.
The old Star Trek stuff is good though.
But Star Wars, I feel like Star Wars doesn't really live up to it. That was another thing I feel like people went batshit nuts over, but with everything we have today and whatnot, and not
And
just
let us
how it
know. Let us
looks,
know
but
either in the
technology.
comments or on Twitter whether you haven't seen the movie and or you were
not
not
like
a
the
big
movie.
fan of it. Because I'm
That-
trying
yeah.
to think of other stuff that I've seen that people are like, you gotta see it, and then I see it, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Codename 1 is wrong. Forrest
like
Gump is
Iron
not
Man?
overrated. Iron Man is not a staple.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
Forrest
you
Gump
didn't like
is.
Iron Man?
I'm not seeing any of the Iron Man movies.
You've never seen
any?
any?
I've seen the first one. I haven't seen 2 or 3.
Oh my god. Well, they make
Katie's
it's like
mad
The
at me.
Matrix.
She's like, "How could you have not seen Iron Man 2?" Like, because I saw the first
Well,
Iron Man.
2 is good, but nothing beats 1. And I saw 3.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
It was. Oh my goodness.
so fucking bad.
Oh,
What?
the
The
Star
only-
Wars movies. I don't
3?
like the Star Wars movies.
3 was bad. Out of all 3 of them, 3 was bad. They had one cool scene where they show all of the robots, all of the suits. That was cool. Why the fuck did you? I hate when there's like a Deus Ex Machina and he's got 30 suits. They all do different things. They don't go into it, but if you look, it's like, oh, that's the Hulkbuster suit. That's the one that flies into space to follow the story arc of the whole universe, the comic universe. All these things. It's like you've gone through an hour of 45 minutes trying to work with a suit that is literally broken, and you know it sucks, and you have to say 2 words, and you open a gate in your fucking house, and 45 amazing suits come out. Would you not do that anytime sooner?
There's plenty of reasons why he couldn't, though.
And then he blows them up all at the end. To satisfy his woman.
Mhm.
He's like, I don't need these 45 amazing suits. I'll build 45 more
Yep,
later.
yep. Michelle de Rooster, AFC. I can't see the rest of your name on Twitter. The Matrix is overrated. Last movie is disappointing. The Matrix, the first Matrix, is
You
an
got to see
amazing
the first
film.
one.
But number 2, number 3 are just absolute, just mind fuck for the sake of trying to mind fuck you. Like, oh,
See-
it's this weird kind of philosophical kiss my ass. Tell me a damn story. Not like,
I wanna
oh, there's
see-
vampires now. Oh, it
I
means
wanna-
something.
Here's something.
Kiss
I
my
wanna
ass,
see,
Wachowski
is there-
brothers, bunch of freaks.
Is there a trilogy? One of them is a woman.
Now a
I
woman.
want-
They weren't
now-
before.
Yeah, I want to see a trilogy where it does not digress, because like the Matrix, the Iron Man movies, it goes good. This is worse. This is fucking shit. You know,
Yeah.
is there anyone where like the second or the third is better than the first?
Some would argue Godfather. I've heard the argument made because I'm speaking from the authority of almost complete ignorance, having never seen any of the films. Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 2 is better than the first Godfather. Godfather 3 is awful. I can speak from the authority of having watched all of the films. Sadly, it goes Beverly Hills in the order of awesome to shit. Beverly Hills Cop 2, Beverly Hills Cop 1, Beverly Hills Cop 3. Beverly Hills Cop almost did it, but then they turned 3 into some stupid action bullshit.
See, it's been so long since I've seen those, I couldn't tell you the difference between the 3 of them. It's just one big blur.
Yeah.
Same with the Rush Hour movies too. It's just one big blur. I feel like they're doing the same
Rush
thing.
Hour was such a good movie, the first one. Because it was like a fish out of water story and the 2 begrudging partners. Because usually it's like a white guy and a black guy in the buddy cop movie.
Yeah, we got
Right.
Ching Chong and a black guy.
Right. So we got a black guy and a guy from Hong Kong. And it was I think it was an interesting take on the
Here's one
buddy
for
cop.
me I can submit to. The Die Hard franchise. I've only from beginning to end seen not the most recent one, but the one before it with Justin Long in it, I think.
Really? You've never seen the first Die Hard?
Never seen the first
Credits
one.
to credits?
It came out in the 80s.
It's on TBS. Oh, that's another
I
thing.
know, it's
Every
on all
Christmas
the time.
season, all the time. Die
All the
Hard,
Die
Die
Hard
Hard, Die
movies
Hard,
are
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard 2 was awful. Just bad. Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance, was not bad at all. That was actually a very, very good film with Samuel L. Jackson as Zeus.
Never seen it.
It was actually pretty good. Oh, I saw somebody else tweet The Lord of the Rings that they either they didn't see or they didn't like. I've seen all the Lord of the Rings films. They all fucking suck.
See, I can never do that because I know what is the last one, like 6 hours long.
Whatever it is.
But
But it's true.
I've never
But
seen
if
one.
you've seen that, if you Google Clerks 2 Lord of the Rings and watch that rant, that perfectly exemplifies everything that's wrong with the Lord of the Rings.
Does Katie like Lord of the Rings?
I love The Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Oh,
I've never
God,
seen it.
really?
I'm going to speak from ignorance here. Someone said Dark Knight. I've never seen any of the Batman trilogy. Christopher Nolan one.
Oh, wow.
I've got it recorded.
Everybody's
I've
gonna
got
s-
them.
Everybody's
I've
going
never
to send you
seen
so much
Batman
hate.
Begins, but I've seen.
I hear
The
it's
Dark
kinda
Knight and
boring.
The Dark Knight Rises, and those 2 movies are absolutely amazing. I've yet
Lord
to
of
see
the
the
Rings
first
was
one
still
though.
awful. 3 movies of a bunch of people walking
Well, so you
to a
guys,
fucking volcano.
so you guys don't start fucking fighting and duking it out. I'm going to go on a little tirade here.
All right,
about
yes, since we're
trilogies and
talking about
stuff.
movies, you wanted to get in on something.
Okay, Resident Evil
What the
franchise.
fuck
Because I'm
was
so fucking excited. Because I can't recall such a fucking bad movie that I was falling asleep through. I've seen every I love the Resident Evil franchise, the game and the movies. I know a lot of people don't like the movies because it doesn't follow the game at all. because you have a superhero in it.
No. The first game or the first movie kind of did because it was in a mansion for like 30 seconds.
But with Mila Djokovic in there, you fucking just can't. I mean, she's a superhero essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But those are again pretty much made in the order of, for lack of a better term, goodness. I love 1. I think 2 is good. 3 kind of meh. 4 might beat 3 for me. And they're trying to shoehorn a lot of shit in from the game. Like, they brought in, like, Chris Redfield and, his sister and shit like that. 5, the most recent one that came out last year. She's being withheld. It takes place right over 4. She's being withheld in a Russian old nuke facility submarine area. And she's being held there by Jill Valentine, who has the red thing on her chest in the purple suit from 5. Like I said, trying to shoehorn this shit in.
Mm-hmm.
And Wesker sends a team of people to go get her. And Wesker's like a good guy right now because they're fighting for the common good of humanity. And it has 2 good moments in a 2-hour-long movie. The beginning, where Wesker starts to talk about how the facility she's in is where they would run simulations of the virus outbreak, and they would sell that to like the USA, who would use it on Russia, but then they would sell it to Russia, who would use it on the USA, and that's why there's a huge pandemic breakout of this thing, because the Umbrella Corp sold it to everyone. That was interesting backstory. The next hour and 50 fucking minutes is just non-stop shooting. There's like maybe 3 whole pages of dialogue in the fucking film, and there are things like hide, run, shoot. It's just shooting nonstop, and it's the same shit over and over again. So fucking awful. I was falling asleep during the Resident Evil movie. And then the end, I don't give a fuck if I spoil it for you. Turn your
Spoiler
mute it
alert!
right now. Spoiler alert. People got so butthurt about that Assassin's Creed 3-1. It'd been out
Did
for
they
7
really?
months. Yeah, like, man, I really wanted to play it. I'm like, if you really wanted to play it, I think you would have played it within the 7 months it's been out. All right? So don't give me that shit. Spoiler alert for Retribution, which has been out for a year.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, if you didn't know it, at the beginning of 4, Wesker takes her powers away through like an antivirus. And at the end, I saw this coming a mile away because she's boring without her fucking powers. She just and excessive slow-mo, because I guess you're supposed to watch in 3D, but she's doing normal combat, jumping over people, and it's like, I'm like, come on, you're fucking killing me here. I'm falling asleep. So he gives her powers back, and then they pan out, and there's fucking dragons flying and fucking zombies and shit everywhere, and it's like they're at the White House, and it's like, this is all that's left of us. We have to fight. I'm like, I want to see that movie. That looked interesting. You got Wesker and Alice there. I just watched an hour and 45 fucking minutes of just shooting with no dialogue.
What was the one on a big ship?
That was 4. That was Afterlife.
That
The one before.
sucked.
They were on a ship for maybe the last half hour.
Now here's an interesting tweet from Mitchell again. Movies inspired by games are bad. Games inspired by games are bad. Did he mean
Games inspired by movies.
Yeah, I don't think that made much sense.
But hold on, no, Mortal Kombat, the feature film,
that was a good film.
was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, it was a really
Great.
good movie.
Absolutely wonderful. From the sound effects to the soundtrack to the acting, which was surprisingly good for being, no A-list. Were there any A-list actors?
No.
There was a bunch of B and C listers.
Yeah,
And
it was a really good movie.
The choreography was well done. The fight scenes aren't, well, I mean, it's a Mortal Kombat movie.
But they're not like cheesy.
Right, they're not cheesy. Not a lot of like supernatural power stuff until the end. Not a lot of high wire stuff, like actual martial arts choreographed stuff. It was really cool. It's like the first Matrix. One of the things that people loved about the first Matrix was that the fight scenes were so well choreographed for having legitimate actors.
And they didn't go over the top.
Right, they didn't go over.
They started to.
They did the flutter, the 4 kicks or whatever when Neo's in the training program. But that's canon. That's like for the story. But that's one of the things that you can expect from the Mortal Kombat movie. So if you're looking for the best, possibly the best ever feature film based on a game, Mortal Kombat is where you'll find it.
Yeah, let's try to
not
think
the second
of
one.
more.
Though. Not the second one though. Bad.
Let's think of more movies based off games that are good, because that's gonna be hard. But while we're thinking, or while you're thinking, somebody said that the reboot of the Amazing Spider-Man, the reboot of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy, is worse than the Tobey Maguire one. You are so wrong. I just watched that this weekend as well. That is a really good Spider-Man movie.
The reboot?
I don't know the name of that actor. He was also in The Social Network. He's British. And
The new one?
Yeah, the new one. Better than the Tobey Maguire ones?
No.
What? Tobey Maguire's a faggot. He's such a faggot.
It was supposed to be the emotional story of Spider-Man. That was the point. It wasn't the Tobey Maguire. Well, towards the end, I didn't even watch 3 all the way through because I was like, this is dumb. I'm done.
3 was awful. Once again, another one where it got
Yeah.
progressively worse.
And I just got to say,
episodes.
the Swear Man at Ajax55 on Twitter. Again, if you want to get in touch with us, hashtag TNWYC. Of course, use the comments as well. The Street Fighter move was good. I'm assuming he says movie. No, it wasn't. No.
it wasn't. It was
Bad.
really bad.
bad. Jean-Claude Van Damme is Guile.
What about Tomb Raider? Somebody just said that.
No.
I've never seen any of them. I just
It
know.
was not. I don't know. The Tomb
Andrew
Raider
Garfield,
movie.
thank
The Tomb Raider movies weren't astonishingly awful. But they weren't. I wouldn't say. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, they were good. They weren't bad. I'm going by if you are a movie based on a video game and you're not astonishingly awful, you win. So
Silent Hill movies are not fucking good, dude. That is another thing where they're trying to appeal to the gamers. Like in the first Silent Hill movie, they got Pyramid Head in there and shit like that. Like that's not what the premise behind. That's not what made Silent Hill the original 3 so scary. I mean, you were in this town, deserted, nothing. It was the atmosphere that got you. It was the town that was supposed to be scary. And then they started throwing in Pyramid Head and the cult and the fucking nurses, and it's right up there with Resident Evil movies. I mean, I know they're not supposed to be like the game and they're shoehorning shit, but I look at it separately. Prince of Persia? No.
Because Disney did that, right?
Yeah.
yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal
Yep.
as the Prince of Persia. Somebody said Uncharted series would make a good trilogy. As from what I understand it, the character of Nathan Drake, I've never played any of the Uncharted games. I've just read this, though. The character of Nathan Drake was pretty much ripped whole cloth from a TV series.
I don't know. I've never even looked into
Like, if you look at the
series.
character and just the archetype of the character, that was just blatantly taken, I think, from a TV series or a movie. I'm not sure.
I'm sure there's a lot
Bond
of
games are pretty
that
bad.
make good ones.
Bullshit. GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
In fact, we might even play some GoldenEye Source later. I don't even care that other people have uploaded it to YouTube. I played the shit out of that as a child, and so do you. So if you don't want to watch videos about it, kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
I was about to give the double middle fingers, but I figured that would be over the top.
There
Okay.
you go. I did it. Whatever. Tobey Maguire's gay.
Why do you hate Tobey Maguire?
He ruins everything. What was that movie that just came out with Leonardo DiCaprio? The Great Gatsby. He fucking ruined that movie.
I still have to see it. I want to see it.
I haven't seen
He
it.
ruined that movie. Such a bad actor, dude.
It's not that
Sorry,
bad.
but Andrew Garfield's better.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Fucking come at me.
Sorry, I upset you with your hatred of Tobey Maguire.
Fuck that and fuck Man of Steel.
Why do they keep trying to make Superman movies? Just stop.
Just stop. I heard it was bad.
That's one of the reasons I could never get into the Superman comics. Was it just because my brain all the time would be like, wait a minute, he's Superman. He's immune to everything except kryptonite, right? Where's the conflict? Why does Superman have conflict? Every single Superman conflict that doesn't involve kryptonite is contrived because it has to make some exception for Superman's rules. He's impervious to bullets, to fire, to fall, and all this stuff, except kryptonite. So then, if you're like your challenge, the controversy doesn't involve kryptonite, it's all contrived bullshit. How could you suspend my disbelief for that? Like I saw a picture of Superman being from the most recent movie being led down a hall in handcuffs by troops. That's fucking Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too.
He flies around the world and spins it the opposite way to affect time. You're gonna hold him with fucking handcuffs?
Don't look for logic and.
But that's the whole point of when you have to suspend the disbelief, and it's just,
I think it's funny what they're doing now with like this 2.0 of superhero movies. Like way back, they were all very colorful and cartoony looking to match the comics. But then like look at Wolverine, the Christopher Nolan Batman series, Iron Man, and then Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, and this new Superman movie, they kind of take the costume and then put like a black gradient over it and then tone it down a bit. Like, and I do give them props for putting Superman's underwear under his suit in this one. It's not on the outside for whatever stupid reason.
Yeah.
I give them that. I did hear something interesting, which they're like, what's the suit all about? Well, apparently on their planet, they have the suit on, and it's just kind of like Under Armour, and they put the actual heavy metal armor on top of it over it when they go to fight and go into combat.
Oh, okay.
Once again, I heard in this movie they spend about 45 minutes on the home planet giving origin story, and that's way too fucking much. Too much. Don't
There's a
fucking
new.
do that.
Okay, we're coming up late on a break here, but there's a new RoboCop movie coming out. No.
He looks like Christopher Nolan Batman.
Yes, I saw. No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the series got cartoonish and stupid after the first one. Like RoboCop 2 was like, wait, why are we watching RoboCop again? And then RoboCop 3, like, oh my God, what are you doing? But the first RoboCop was actually a really good film, like in terms of storyline and all that stuff. And I'd buy that for $1. Ha! But why stop rebooting everything? I mean, yeah, of course I know the movies that teenagers grew up with, those people are now at the height of their earning power in the economy. So now everything's getting a reboot so Hollywood can cash in again. But come on, man, we'll just redo RoboCop in HD or something. Put that shit on Blu-ray. Give it a special anniversary release. Come on, why do you have to remake RoboCop? Because I know they're just going to turn it into an action thing. Same thing they did with Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Mission Impossible, the first Mission Impossible movie was so cerebral. Like it got action hero-y towards the end, but up until that point, I want to call him Jerry Maguire. Tom Cruise was like he was a human being. He was just a spy that was always on the run and just barely cheating death. And then at the then he's like, I'm scaling down this.
I'm walking up the fucking buildings in Dubai and shit like that.
Yeah, no.
Flying through windows.
Ethan Hunt is his name. Ethan Hunt. But no, like the first one was like really like and then like, oh, I'm an action hero now. No, stop it. Anyway, we got to take a break. We're going to be coming back. Maybe I don't even know where we're going to go. Katie, have we covered any topics that we've said we're going to cover?
I still have a question.
Oh, you still have a question?
I didn't give it to you.
Son of a bitch. All right, so
We've covered one.
we got one?
One.
Out of how many?
8.
Nice.
Okay.
So we got some work to do. Anyway, that's not why you called. We'll be right back after the short break.
Fuck Tobey Maguire.
That's not why you called. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
I like this lead-in better. That's why I play it all the time. It's a nice change, a nice contrast, if you will, with the more in-your-face metal riffs that we sometimes use. Anyway, welcome back. That's not why you called. We are in the second half of the show. We are rounding second base, picking up the third base coach. Well, hopefully we've already picked up the third base coach if we're rounding second base. You're supposed to pick
Speaking
him up.
of baseball and movies, I watched Trouble with the Curve also. Are you familiar with that phrasing in baseball? Trouble with the curve? Curveball? Trouble with the curve? Had Clint Eastwood in it.
Is that the one about his daughter and he's a scout?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's good.
Is that any good?
Yeah. I like
Katie,
it.
we almost broke Katie. What was so funny?
Trouble with
Just
the curve?
the motion.
Like a retard chucking a ball. Trouble with the curve?
Yeah, this is some bad mechanics.
But I could see it, how that movie played out. I saw it coming a mile away.
I don't.
Just the things happening.
All right, best 3 baseball movies ever, in no particular order because
Well,
people
fucking
get
have fun with this one. I'll let
Number
you go.
1, Major League. Number 2, Rookie of
Sandlot.
the Year. Number 3, Mr. Baseball.
Sandlot.
No, fuck Sandlot. Sandlot's a piece of shit.
Sandlot 2, even better than the first one.
Sand deer. Anyway, Chiz, you had a question before we went to break. What is your damn question? Because we've all been trying to guess it now.
Okay. If you go, this is going to not really apply to Katie, but maybe she can answer it in a different way. But Lefty, but I want Katie to answer it. Lefty, if you could go back, is there something that you did while gaming?
Oh, shit, Bull Durham, too. Damn it.
Anyway, for all the baseball fans out there, is there anything that you were doing while gaming you wish you had been recording with to share with other people? Katie, just apply it to any aspect of your life.
Anything I wish I was recording, but I wasn't while gaming.
Yeah. You go back and capture that clip to share with people because it was so funny or awesome. If you need time, I'll answer first.
You answer first. Go ahead.
Okay. So, this was in Dead Space 1. Dead Space 1 is the scariest game of the trilogy. Once again, it goes back to the very atmospheric type of games. This is way back before YouTube. I think I was still in high school. I was playing in a party with my friends. And it's at the very beginning of the game where you encounter a first couple necromorphs. You're looking through a window, and then they come through the ceiling. And you're supposed to go into an elevator down a hallway. Well, I'm a pussy, much like Lefty is when it comes to scary things. So I screamed immediately. And while screaming, I ran down hallway into the elevator. I was taking cues from my friend who beat the game and I'm borrowing it from. He's like, just run to the elevator. You're good. And I'm like, okay. I run to the elevator. There's 4 coming at me. And I get to the elevator and nothing happens. So I leave the elevator and run back to where I started at, screaming and being hit repeatedly by necromorphs. And I'm like, it didn't fucking work. Where is it? What did I do wrong? He's like, did you hit the button when you were in the elevator? And I'm like, there was a button? So then I run back through the hallway of like now 9 of them and being hit repeatedly. And I go, oh, there's a button. And I hit the button and go down. And it was so stupid and such a big fail. And I was so scared. It was hilarious. And no one will get to see that.
I'd have to say, oh man, I don't, because I've had a bunch of times. In fact, the other night, Chiz, when we were playing Left 4 Dead, and I said, "Screw this, done recording." And as soon as you end the recording, something awesome happens. You go on a tear, or there's some hilarious moment, and that's happened countless times to me.
Yeah.
But I think that I could have turned my buddy from high school. A buddy from high school and I used to play games all the time. I would go over to his place. He would come over to mine. and we would play games. We'd play the original Assassin's Creed. We play sports games all the time. We played MVP Baseball 2005 a ton, and our conversation while we're playing the game, because we would just hand off the controller, not even playing like games against each other, just like you play one inning, I'll play the next, et cetera, et cetera. And our conversations, to me at least, were filled with just non sequiturs that I just thought were so hilarious. And then just making contextual jokes about baseball players and about the context of the story, and just, you know, just he say something. Oh, did you say this? It's like ha 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 ha, that kind of stuff. I think would have been hilarious, and I think a lot of people would have found it enjoyable. But sadly, there was no way to really record any of that.
Times were tough.
Times were tough.
That was like in 1940 for you.
Times are. I'm going to be 26. All right. Stop acting like I'm some old ass bastard. Katie, am I old?
No, you're not.
You promise?
Promise.
Okay.
This is my turn.
This is your turn.
Because it's actually pretty interesting. Because
It better involve me. Is all I got to say. If it doesn't involve me,
all right. We've got recording, and it better involve me. Continue, Katie.
Okay. It doesn't, unfortunately, but it was hilarious. Like, thinking back on it, I think it was absolutely hilarious. And if someone was there to just film me, not my actual gameplay, because I was playing Modern Warfare 3 Drop Zone, and lefties kind of watched me, not seen actual gameplay, but watch me while I'm playing like Call of Duty, and sometimes it can be funny because I rage a little bit, and not a lot, just a little bit. But I went on I was playing Drop Zone. I went on like a 70-something-2 streak. I was like 70. I think I was like 73-2.
Wow.
And I was so happy because I'd never had anything anywhere close to that. I'd have like a 20-something-5, but nothing like 70-2. And I was like, it was hilarious because I was in the zone, like totally just not talking to anybody or anything. I was in the zone, and as soon as the game ended, as soon as it was like, you know, whatever it'd say at the end, I was just like, oh my god, and just started running around my house and was like, Mom, you will not believe what the hell I just did. This was freaking awesome. And then I went back in theater mode and I showed her, and she was like, and I was like, Mom, you don't understand. It was freaking awesome. You should have been there. Seriously,
Nice.
I was running around my house. And
So the only person you were able to show it to was kind of just like, well,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about this.
You should have been there.
You should have been there, Mom. It was really funny. I think it would have been, it was hilarious. I felt stupid thinking back on it because I just like threw up everything and ran. It was good.
That's gross.
Why you gotta throw up?
Of course you guys went there.
Of course.
Nasty. You said it.
All right, anyway, we are officially an hour and 15 minutes into the show, and we've covered one topic of our 8.
2?
Sounds about
No,
right.
2.
Oh, 2? Yeah, because
2
just
now.
his question.
Question.
Yes, 2 of 8. We've covered a quarter of what we've come here to do.
I had fun during movie talk, though.
That movie talk was fun. Like and favorite for movie talk. That's this kind of show we want to be. That's not why you called. The Xbox One, Microsoft announced. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? 2 days ago.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Microsoft announced that the Xbox One DRM
Don Matrick.
How does that guy still have a job?
He's
Don
the
Matrick.
president.
He's a vice president. There's people
No,
above
he's the
him.
president.
No, he's not the president. He's a
Yeah, he
vice
is.
president. I thought he was a vice president. I'm pretty sure he's a vice president. Anyway,
Continue.
Don Matrick announced that the DRM on
President.
the Xbox One, he's the president of Microsoft or the president of the Xbox One program?
Microsoft.
Oh, shit.
Of the interactive entertainment business at Microsoft.
Okay, so he's not the president.
Yeah, that's not of them.
Yeah, Microsoft.
So he's got a whole lot of people above him, including a board of directors that
Yeah.
are probably upset.
Probably even more under him, though.
Probably upset.
Not women, though.
Well, he's got women under him. There's glass
Maybe.
ceiling. You're not getting to that. Oh, wait. Are we making sexual jokes
Inappropriate.
or glass ceiling jokes?
We'll never know.
Because I can make either. I can make either a glass ceiling joke or a sexual joke. I could probably make a sexual glass ceiling joke. But anyway, the Xbox One DRM policies unilaterally revoked, as well as the region locking and the used game policies.
Uh-huh.
So how does everybody feel about that? How do you feel about that, Chiz? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel like you had done something? Now, were you that much against the DRM policies in the first place of the Xbox One? For those of you that don't know, the once every 24 hours check-in time, the need to check in and be online, and the region locking and the used game policies about any physical media you buy is licensed to your account, and you cannot trade or transfer unless you have the official BIM Salabim from Microsoft on transferring the license. Were you really against that?
I didn't care. I empathized with people. I empathized way more than the average person did. That's why I made a video calling Don Matrick a douchebag, how he came off.
Yeah,
he was. Mm-hmm. But like at the end of the day, it didn't affect me at all.
Okay.
No, it didn't affect you either.
Well, no, it did affect you. It did affect you because Microsoft would be saying at that point, if you were to buy an Xbox One under the old DRM policies, you would not own what you buy. You would not own that physical media, and that would affect you in some way. It wouldn't be an obstacle. It wouldn't be a severe obstacle, I think is what you mean.
I don't want to get into this with you again, but we don't own our games that I buy at GameStop either.
Yes, you do.
No, I'm licensing those games.
No, you're not.
Ugh.
So I don't want to get into it with you.
This is what? No. This is not a matter of opinion. This is fact. Okay. Thank you for bringing this up. Actually.
Oh my god. I apologize to everyone in advance.
Well, what? This is my show. If you don't like it, you can leave.
Won't be getting to any of the other 4 topics.
If you don't like it, you can leave the call now, and I can continue on with my show.
I didn't like it. I apologized.
Anyway.
I knew going into it, as soon as I said this, what you would say.
Mm-hmm.
So the floor is yours.
You do own the software that you buy as far as physical media. When you buy a disc, when you go to GameStop and buy that box, you own that disc, and thus you own that copy of the software on that disc. You are not licensing it. It is not a license agreement. In order to be bound by an agreement, which is what a licensing agreement is, it's a contract, you have to have the ability to properly consider the terms of that contract, right? Simple. You have to know what the contract says you can or cannot do before you can be legally bound by it, right? Now, I ask everybody, and everybody seems to agree about this, where is that licensing agreement written down? Where is it? Where can you read the licensing agreement for that specific game? It's in the manual. It's very simple. You open up to the back of the manual. There's all that legal speak, legalese, and you read it, and you say, oh, wow,
Lefty, I've already bought the game, so I couldn't consent to the licensing of the software.
So you are not bound by the licensing agreement. You are not bound by it. And what's more, even more than that, the right of first sale. Microsoft, the publishers, the developers only have a say in how you interact with their media up until the point where you buy it the first time. After that, and this is a legal doctrine, they have no input, none. And I know a lot of people say, well, it doesn't apply to software. It doesn't apply to gaming software. It does apply to software. It doesn't apply to the rental of software. But in the act that was passed in 1990, the amendment to the Copyright Act that was passed in 1990, specific exceptions were made for video game software and for specialized computers that would play, video games. So you are able to rent, sell, buy, demolish, do whatever you please with the Xbox One that you buy, the Xbox 360, the PS3, the PS4. That's why the PS3 prosecuting GeoHot was such bullshit. Because the right of first sale, I know like, you're hating on Microsoft. No, Sony's a piece of shit too for how they prosecuted GeoHot and sued him into oblivion.
GeoHot.
Because he was exemplifying first sale. Once GeoHot buys a PS3, Sony has no say in what he does with it. He can get into it, crack it, do whatever the fuck he pleases with it because he bought it. It's his. It belongs to him. That's legal doctrine. This isn't a matter of opinion. It's not a matter of, well, I think this. No, this is the way things are. And the draconian Xbox One DRM policies were saying that you no longer own what you buy. They were trying to strip you of that right to have, to actually own and to be able to disseminate that disc, that physical copy that you buy. Just because you buy it doesn't mean you can reproduce it. That's a different right. The right of reproduction still remains with the copyright holder. But the right of distribution gets transferred at sale or is exhausted at sale and now rests with you and that physical copy. So I don't want to hear any more about how, well, you can't do this or that with the software anyway. Yes, you can. Because otherwise that means Microsoft was for years letting Redbox, Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, Game Crazy, Best Buy, all these other tech stores. Yeah, Hollywood Video, that went. All these other stores engage in an illegal cottage industry. An illegal, infringing on their copyrights. That means they let it happen for years, and they didn't happen. Microsoft has no legal claim to the used game market. None. Absolutely none. And the only reason the DRM existed was to get a piece of that market. That's all they cared about.
Yeah.
Knowledge, bitches.
So, them revoking the always-on DRM. Cool. I knew it was going to happen.
But do you think it's cool that backlash can result in something like that?
Well, here's two ways. Well, yeah, because, I mean, like, the people got what they wanted. Granted, it's not because they listened to them and went, oh, our customers don't want this. They did it because they went, oh, our customers are pissed, and they're not going to buy our fucking unit. Right. So it's good in that the people got what they wanted, but they didn't get it on the principle level. Go on.
Unit. Okay, continue.
That's just making a penis joke in the middle of my... All right.
Well, no, okay, who remembers this? Who remembers this from last week? Does anybody remember this? Does anybody remember that? Okay, Mr. Oh, you're interrupting my flow and derailing my points in the middle of what I'm talking about. Okay, Mr. Big Black Penis Nose.
Oh.
I didn't do
Be careful. Be careful. It could be a finicky microphone. Okay, so they did it because they were scared about losing sales. But
like any company would be.
What is this in your mind? And this is a question what makes this like acceptable, and then the Mass Effect 3 thing not cool?
Whoa, what do you
The
mean?
Mass Effect ending, the backlash.
I know, but they didn't do anything.
Well, didn't they release DLC that changed the ending or something like that?
I don't think so. There's DLC that comes out after it, but as far as I can remember, they never changed the ending.
But but didn't the backlash culminated in something like a Mass Effect guy came out and said, "We've listened. We're gonna maybe make changes." They at least set the groundwork for making changes to Mass Effect 3, and a lot of people were kind of like, well, wait a minute, what about their artistic integrity? You know, like I'm a little bit confused, or I guess conflicted by, you know, backlash resulting in change in this realm being okay and being laudable, but change in like the Mass Effect 3 realm not being cool, or at least, or even soliciting change. Like how dare the consumers try to change Mass Effect 3? Where were you on that?
Well, I never played a Mass Effect. Well, I never played through a Mass Effect game, so I didn't give a fuck again. But I guess the difference would be that the product had already came out, and this is still in the conceptual phase, even though they've shown it. Mm-hmm. So I see that would be the only difference. That's all I got. Because really, they're pretty much the same thing. Then it's like, we didn't like the ending, change it, and I guess somebody just tweeted us, yeah, they released an extended ending, so they did it. They went against their storytelling to satisfy the users. It didn't, and that one didn't affect sales. It just made the consumer happy. Whereas this one is basically just because they want to sell units. That's the only differences I can see between these two, because they're the same circumstances pretty much. A bunch of people got pissed, yelled at them, and then they changed the outcome.
I mean, I guess the big difference would be Microsoft was actively trying to strip people of their rights as consumers, and the Mass Effect storytellers are just trying to tell a story and put an ending on it.
And that one, I agree with the Microsoft thing, because like you just said, of that right there, and the Mass Effect one, it's like, well, we didn't like the ending. Well, eat dick then. It's their story, you know?
Right.
If you didn't like the ending, who gives a fuck? It's like if I just told you I hated the fucking Resident Evil Retribution movie, doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking run up to the director and say, hey, fucking
No,
take
you
this
should
shit
demand
down.
you should demand a shot-for-shot reshoot.
Yeah, I want that fucking done. I want 6 pages of dialogue, not 5. All right.
Yeah.
More storytelling.
I want you to draft your script, take the original script from the movie you didn't like. I want you to make your changes, and you and I will pitch it.
I don't care that you spent several years on it. I don't care. I bought the ticket. Well,
Please,
I watched it.
It was it was
I didn't
cookie
buy the
cutter.
ticket.
It was cookie cutter. They didn't spend several years on it. It was 6 months tops.
Still, somebody had to write that story.
Yeah, and you can spend your time writing a new one.
All right, fine.
Just a shot-for-shot remake of which Resident Evil movie was it?
Retribution. Retribution. Not to be confused with Apocalypse, Extinction, or Afterlife. We're running out of tags. I don't know what the next one's going to be.
Apocalypse, Wait, what were the?
Apocalypse, Extinction. So I don't know how we go from Extinction. I feel like that's kind of the final.
Yeah, that's like the end game. No, Singularity. Yeah. Singularity is the end one.
Oh, there you go. Maybe Resident Evil Singularity. That would kind of suit it.
And then everything just ends in a black hole.
I'd be okay with that.
Not a black person's hole, just a black hole.
Alice has her power. She just gets so mad, and the Earth just fucking concaves in on itself.
Yeah.
There you go. Go write that. 7 pages of dialogue revolving around that.
7 pages of dialogue? That was a lot of dialogue, dude.
I know. Well, this movie didn't have a lot of fucking dialogue either. Didn't have any. Bang, 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 bang. I don't even know what we were talking about.
We were talking about DRM policies, the reversal of the of Xbox One DRM policies. Here's another thing, though. Don't let Microsoft try to tell you that now all of a sudden they have to remove all these great things that they were planning on giving you, like the family share thing, which I think they undersold. Why did they not sell the shit out of that?
What, the family?
The family
that you
share.
Could, like, have your game.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, holy, that's cool.
I read that too, because that's a big problem now with a lot of people. Like, if you buy, if you buy a game, it's tagged to your account only or whatever. You can't use it with anyone else. So it's a problem with families that just their whole family games, I have to buy 7 copies of the same it's the Brady Bunch. 7 copies of the same game if I want my whole family to be playing it at the same time. I have a question. I posed it to Twitter. Do you think, because everybody freaked out about the always online, and because there's no real justification behind it, because you have optical discs. You see what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Why should I always be connected? Because why should I always be connected online if I have a physical media? Because I could buy a game, play it. There's no real reason for it. But if there was no optical drive in it, and they went, hey, we're only doing digital distribution, you have to always be online. Do you think people will be more pissed off that there's no optical disc and it's going digital, or you think less in this? Because there's really no justification for the always online. They've made up reasons, but there really is none at the root.
No.
But if they had no optical drive, it's like, well, hey, you kind of have to always be on because it's the only way you're going to fucking get your game.
Yeah, I mean, unless they can do, like, thumbnail games. You know what I mean?
I thought of that, too, flash drives.
Just put the game on a thumbnail. But you know who would really be pissed about all that is the retailers.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing,
too.
too.
They were pissed beforehand, too.
Right, and that's the thing that a lot of people, well, if Microsoft has all this DRM, they can make sales like Steam, and blah, 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 they can put games on sale, and the price of games will go down. No, they won't, because Microsoft still has to satisfy the retailers. And the retailers aren't going to be happy if Microsoft is undercutting them with all these sales on digital through the digital medium.
That's why
And
it's
then
still $40 to buy COD 4 right now.
And even now where Microsoft has complete DRM, digital rights management, over digital titles on the Xbox Live, is it still the arcade or marketplace? Because the arcade is like for like
The marketplace.
Yeah,
It's on demand.
right. For all those games that you can buy digitally there, go look at those prices relative to how much you have to pay for those games on GameStop, at GameStop. Microsoft could kill the used game market for the Xbox 360 right now by just saying, okay, well, the average used game price for this title, I don't know, what does Left 4 Dead 2 go for in
Probably $20.
at GameStop? $20?
Because they still sell them pretty high even at used games.
But used. I mean, I looked, the new price is like 20, so let's say $15, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if Microsoft just said $10 on the Xbox Live? Like, how they have the ability to undercut everybody, and they get most of that money. They don't have to share it with distributors, with the retailers and all that stuff. They get a bigger chunk of that money, but they don't. So the whole idea that the DRM will bring lower game prices and sales like Steam is a fallacy, because Microsoft is, one, beholden to the retailers, and two, even if they weren't, we've already seen when they do have control over a marketplace, they still don't try to undercut the competition. They're just kind of like competing with them, just a little bit. So
I do like, though, that now for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, that day one launch titles will also be available on digital at the same time. Because right now, something like when Halo 4 came out, it didn't come out for like a good couple of weeks until you get it digitally.
Uh-huh.
So that's nice.
I'm sorry, Microsoft just decided to minimize the window.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's still the same price.
Oh, no. I'm talking about during the stream.
Oh.
Wait,
what? Let me see.
No. You'll see the background on my second monitor.
Oh.
Which is just the cheeky little Microsoft thing, the default. Thank God it wasn't porn. God, would that be embarrassing?
Yeah. At least we
It's
know
a big
you're
picture of me just naked, like, hey, what's up?
Is that your Plenty of Fish profile pic?
Yeah, that's me doing.
That's how you get all the chicks.
It's just like,
And all the dudes.
that's me. How I smell my.
What is that? You scratching your back?
Yeah, it's me. Like, oh man, oh God, I didn't shower today. Fuck. That's what that is.
Summer Steam sale's coming. Summer Steam sale is coming.
I swear to God, Woody better start selling ads on PK like it's nobody's business, like Crazy Eddie slashing prices. Just give me.
That's when you'll get Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 1 bundled together for fucking $5.
Right, and
Like they had Alan Wake and Alan Wake American Nightmare, like a $40 value for $2.50.
I saw that. Katie, were you here for that?
What?
When Alan Wake was on sale, and I was like, I don't know if I'll ever play Alan Wake.
But it's $2.50.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I almost bought it again just because it was $2.50.
Because at that point you got to. It's like such a good
I've
deal.
never played either one of them. I bought them during another old sale, like a winter one, and it was maybe like $10 for both or whatever. But like I really thought I should buy this again for $2.50. Maybe I'll gift it to someone. Really can't go wrong at $2.50 fucking cents.
Yeah. So Woody's gamertag, if you're watching, start selling ads on PK so I can have some damn Steam sale money. Steam summer sale.
Goodness.
Okay, people-
That's gonna go over
He's got a
well.
problem.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah. Oh well. It was a joke. If you can't take a joke, not Wood. No, I'm talking to people, not Woody. Woody will get. Woody would get.
People. The
What?
people.
To people. Talking to the people. Anyway, we got a quick break, and we are in the home stretch of That's Not Why You Called. We'll be right back. Be sure to hit that like button. We, of course, greatly appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Fuck Toby Maguire.
Still?
Fuck Toby Maguire.
All right.
Hope he gets AIDS.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm muted.
I really do.
Mute.
That's not why you called. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
I'm sorry. I wish I could be quicker on that because that was just kind of awkward with you just staring at. Welcome back. That's not why you called. Everybody, I'm your host, Lefty. We are in the home stretch. We were a little bit late on that break. So we were a little bit late coming back, obviously, because I cannot bend time to my will like Superman. And Chiz is, what you got going on there? You see, Chiz, because I pay attention to Twitter, I knew this was coming. And no, I am not going to be upset about you using your paintball mask.
Hold on.
In the show. Is it hot?
It looks very uncomfortable.
All right, we're good. I should have adjusted it before trying to put it on.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't
so it's
see
really...
over there. I was fucking dying. I had my hat in the visor.
See, I thought you had just hit your head on something. Because you came back, you were like, "Urgh." I'm like, oh my God, what did he do?
There we go.
So what is that? It's a paintball mask?
This is a V-Force Grills paintball mask. I never got to use this. I
It looks
paintballed
expensive.
for 3 years. This is a $90 mask.
Yeah, that's...
It's real nice. It's blue, my favorite color, and black, my second favorite, not real color. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a smoked visor. This has never been used, and it sucks. So,
Well,
maybe...
What are you, like, dying or something? Like, why can't you go use it tomorrow?
Well, because why can't I use it? The same reason you didn't go to CPX paintball. Because I don't want to... Then I will be dying. Because
Okay.
I'm not in top physical shape, and that
All right.
fucking sucks.
All right, then you and me workout buddies. How's that?
Yeah, we're working it out. Next year, or whenever the next one is, if we're in top physical condition.
Well, yeah, but how do you think you're going to get into top physical condition?
We'll work out.
So you got to start at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
It's on my calendar somewhere.
your calendar that you can't find.
Yeah. What size shoe do you wear?
Me?
Yeah.
11s. I have little feet for how tall I am.
Well, I got size 12 shoes, boots, never been worn. Once again, something never been worn.
Like boots for what?
I'll show you. For paintball.
You have special paintball boots?
Well, you don't want to roll your fucking ankle. Whoops.
Okay, so you wear basketball shoes. Okay, so those look like basketball shoes.
What are boots?
Are those cleated?
They're cleated. See?
Oh shit! I mean, people take. Are those like specific paintball?
They're specific. Yeah, this is a paintball brand, JT. And I never got to wear them because I wore size 12 in middle school.
Wow.
Over under on my shoe size. Go Lefty.
Well, what's the over under point? You have to give me a line on the over under.
Let's say 13's the line.
Over.
I guess that's kind of easy since I said 12 was.
Yeah, since you said 12,
Yeah.
and then you said 13.
15.
It's a big ass feet.
Yeah. But me and Lefty are going to paintball next time they have one of those things when we're in shape.
I
I listened to those things because I paintballed for 3 years and I loved it. And it was hard. But I listened to like those guys tell their stories, like Kyle and them. Kyle's in good shape. And so is Woody. And they're like, yeah, I was drenched in sweat. I was dying. I'm like, yep, I would not do that. Because I don't like woods ball to begin with, which is the objective style, huge, like walk a mile. I don't like that to begin with. So I probably wouldn't want to do it while not in physical shape because I don't enjoy walking a mile. I like the size of half a basketball field, fucking shooting shit like that. It's fun. And I'm with Kyle in that fuck wearing the jerseys and stuff because they look cool, but you also look like a badass if you're wearing a t-shirt because you don't give no fuck because I'd rather be shot multiple times and take some pain than die of heat exhaustion.
Okay.
We had special shirts. They said pump on the back because we played pump. We didn't use the full auto. We played pump. And it said part ugly, mostly precision because our team name was Team Ugly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
Massacre your fucking face with balls. There's a whole backstory. Yeah, there you go.
A backstory to massacring your face with balls?
Oh yeah,
I'm sure it's a hell of a backstory.
white paint smeared everywhere.
Yep, I'm assuming it was.
People did not walk away.
I'm assuming, yeah, that it totally was. Katie, where are we at in terms of talking about things that we said we were going to talk about?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Cool. Anyway,
about
screw
half.
the topics. We're gonna keep going on our thing here about ignoring the topics until the last 15 minutes. But we talked about pricing of things. I'm so mad because I have friends out there in Chicago besides you, but it'd be nice to go there because I can see everyone. And I look, and the price because I'm the kind of person, I don't mind taking a train or a bus if it's going to take 2 days, as long as it's fucking significantly cheaper. I don't care. But a 4-hour flight, a 2-day Amtrak train, and a 2-day bus ride are all the same fucking price.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're all like $450 round trip.
Fuck that.
And it's like, how do you make money? Why would I take a 2-day train or bus if I could take, for the same amount of money, a 4-hour plane ride?
You know what that is?
People that don't like heights.
That's DRM. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's DRM.
Makes them competitive in the market.
Fucking bullshit is what it is.
That's weird. So, I don't. Because I would assume a bus ride to be much cheaper than a plane ticket, right? Like that's just train. Okay, but a bus ride, you're riding in a bus across country. That's got to be cheaper than a plane ticket.
I can go from here to San Francisco, which is like a 3-hour drive. If I buy it like 2 weeks out in advance, I can get the ticket for like $3 round trip. But if I go to Chicago with 4 transfers, it's like $480, which is the same flight the same as a Southwest flight there and back. It's like, why would I? How do you make money on your cross country shit?
I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's.
I probably don't, and they're dying.
Maybe that's just not their business model. I guess.
Like the only more expensive option I would think is taking a cab. Man, that cabbie would hate you.
Takes the long way.
Don't give him a tip. Why are we at the Grand Canyon? Don't worry, I know my way around here.
No, I'm taking a shortcut. That's what I'm doing.
We're gonna go around the Rocky Mountains.
Taking the scenic
through
route.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
That made me mad.
Here, speaking of pricing, here's something I was talking about. We were talking about Cliff Bleszinski, Epic Games, former frontman for Epic Games. Now saying that as a result of the reversal in DRM from the Xbox One, that a lot more game studios are going to be pushing multiplayer or trying to shoehorn multiplayer into games that that wouldn't otherwise have it to try to sell more copies so they can make more money, and try and day one DLC, on disc DLC, all these practices that are some of which are anti-consumer. I don't believe shoehorning multiplayer in is bad for its own sake, because people play what they play, man, But he said there's going to be a lot more of that now as a result of the DRM thing because blah, 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 blah. Used games, of course, he was saying used games are a killer. And I have to come back to this. Why aren't games more expensive? But why not? Even just inflation, they should be $70, $75 maybe. Yeah. Just with inflation from when the $60 price point arose, they should be at least, because that means since the $60 price point has basically not done all that much in terms of volatility, developers, publishers, and console makers are getting less value now just because.
See, it's funny because they've gone the opposite of where they started out. They were way more expensive back in the day, and whereas things like movies have gone with inflation over the course of time. Like now it's like $15 to see a movie, right, and it's like $40 if you want to go see IMAX and shit like that. So it is funny to see how it's acting. I mean, they're both in the entertainment industry, and they're going the opposite route. They're getting cheaper every day.
And that I would think, if anything, charging more for base games would free up marketplaces to have more sales and bigger sales further on down the road. Because if everybody's paying $70 a pop instead of $60, they're not going to be that locked into the $60 price point 6 months from now. Mm-hmm. Hopefully. I mean, of course, once they get a taste of $70 a pop, maybe they're like, hey, fucking, keep buying it. But at some point, I would pay more for video games. I mean, I wouldn't like it necessarily, but I understand that, well, wait a minute. I've been basically getting a free ride since whenever the $60 price point came out, or when they started adhering to that, and it hasn't gone up at all, like not even with inflation. So I'd be willing to at least pay the difference in inflation. Just because, well, if I'm going to get on EA and Ubisoft and Microsoft for DRM, and I'm going to say that's anti-consumer, that's bullshit, but then I also have to be prepared to say, well, okay, I will pay more because technically just by inflation, I should be paying more. Mm-hmm. So why is that such just I don't know why they're so opposed to that. Why can't they just make the case, look, people, this is inflation. It's a thing. The US dollar now is worth some percentage, less than 100 of what it was 10 years or 7 years ago when we began adhering to the $60 price point. But we're still charging only $60 in the absolute. So that means we're earning this less amount of money just by the dollars being less valuable than they were.
So they should they should get everyone together and pull like an OPEC and go, we're all raising it at the same time.
No, because that's price fixing.
That's the only way it would work, because I think it's like this, because the games industry, whether you're at the micro or the macro of it, shady is shady, and people will stab you in the back, and it's all about fucking selling units no matter what. So I think if they did do that and go, EA, Activision, all right, Ubisoft, we're all gonna, this quarter, we're going to 70. We all agree to it, right? Sounds good. And then Activision goes, I'm gonna keep it at 60, Well, then everyone else gets screwed because they're like, well, I'm not going to pay $10 more for their game. I'm going to fucking buy this one for 60. It just comes down to, hey, 60 or 70. I don't know which one's better and worth their value, but I'm going to save $10 if I go with them. I really feel like it. I mean, just how they – I mean, look at their press conferences between Sony and Microsoft. You can see it's like a school playground how they fucking duke it out and shit. So I really feel they're not at that professional level where they're like, let's increase the price across the board. Because not one of them is going to branch off, even if they can see the value. Even if it was Call of Duty, they wouldn't do it. They would just go, well, COD has been getting repetitive. I don't think it's really worth I'll buy Battlefield,
By the way, you should buy Battlefield. It's a fantastic game. Don't let the large maps scare you. There's plenty of action in Battlefield. Trust me, these 64-man servers, especially at least on PC, more than make up for the size of the map. So if you're a Call of Duty guy and you're like, I'm worried about the action, trust me, you may take a little while to find where the action goes on the map and how it flows because it's a new game with new game types and different map construction. But once you find out, you know where to go. You will never be, I believe it's bereft of action. You will never be denied action when you're looking for it. So you're right, and Chiz, you're absolutely right. So I have no idea how that would come about.
Yeah.
But I as a consumer would be willing to pay more, simply for the fact that inflation has screwed up prices and probably ripped out the hearts of a lot of development companies that were riding that razor's edge of profit margins. And it's just if inflation takes a bad turn, oh my God, we're screwed now.
Right. And I feel like, you're like, well, I would be willing to pay more for this because it's really good or not. That's why I think things like Humble Bundle are really cool, because it's like, all right, here's the minimum you have to give us for these 5 pretty decent games. But if you want, you can go ahead and give as much more additional money as you want. And that system works out very well for Humble Bundle. But it's always trying to get cheaper. I mean, that's why indie games in the past, like, 2-3 years have been so appealing, is because, like, it's like, this is $10, I'll get it, and then it turns out to be amazing, and they're like, wow, that was really good, I'll get their next indie game or whatever.
But on your point about price fixing, I believe the publishers, like book publishers, got in trouble with that, in serious trouble. And I think the music industry did too. Yeah, when digital books, when e-readers were initially coming out, publishers were freaking out because they had no idea what to charge. They're like, well, what is a digital book actually worth?
There's no physical thing. What do we charge for it?
And so as I recall correctly, I may be amiss, and I'm sorry if I am, or I may be missing a point here or missing facts. I'm sorry if I am, but I think a few of them got together and were like, look, let's all charge this for ebooks and then just see what happens. And the government, I believe, stepped in, and I don't know if there were ever charges filed or anything like that, but they kind of said, no. Can't do that. And I think the music industry did something similar with MP3s.
Yeah, I think so too. It's funny, Metal Gear Legacy Collection comes out in July, and that is a bundle that consists of every Metal Gear Solid game. So 1, 2, 3, 4 comes with the original Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2 from Japan or whatever, 2 like graphic novel movies, and a bunch of other stuff as well. And I was just reading about it a couple months ago. I was like, this is going to be about $90, $120, something like that, because it's a big bundle. It's going to have a lot of shit. Then I look it up, when the Xbox things got announced, this got announced as well, and it's like $59.96 or whatever. I'm like, really?
Wow.
That's that many games for the price of one.
Wow.
Wow.
And what is that going to be on? What system?
Only the PlayStation 3. Hideo Kojima came out and said that for it to be on DVDs for Xbox 360, it would take up to 8 DVDs to get just Metal Gear Solid 4 on there. There's literally like 11 hours of cutscenes in Metal Gear 4.
I just want to play Metal Gear Solid 1 again. I want to play Metal Gear Solid, Outer Heaven, as Solid, middle-aged, or 35 to 45-year-old Solid Snake against Liquid Snake and all that stuff. I want to play that game again because that was my first introduction, because I bought Metal Gear Solid on the original PlayStation not knowing anything about Metal Gear Solid. I believe it was an Electronic Gaming Monthly. I had a subscription to Electronic Gaming Monthly, and when Metal Gear Solid came out, they did a walkthrough of it. Or at some point they did a walkthrough of it. And so I'm like, and I read the walkthrough because this was I knew dick about games. I was like, oh my God, this game looks amazing. And so I went out and bought it, and that was my first introduction to the Metal Gear Solid series, and I've loved that game ever since. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I would just love to play it again. And I never got to play Twin Snakes on the GameCube.
It's awful.
Was it bad?
Everyone says, I mean, it does look better HD-wise because they did re-release the first one in that bundle. It's also you can buy it on the PlayStation Store. It's just a download code. It's not an actual disc. And it's still not as good as the HD remake in Twin Snakes, but the voice acting is really bad. They had to bring people in. It's just not as good as the first one.
Okay.
They don't say a lot of the same dialogue.
I just want David Hayter as Solid Snake. That's all I want.
He's not in it. Jack Bauer is in it. And I don't get I watch a couple.
So wait, in the rebundle, like if I had a PlayStation and I bought that bundle, that wouldn't be David Hayter's Solid Snake?
No, it's David Hayter.
Okay.
I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid 5. That's going to be whatever his name, the dude who plays Jack Bauer in 24.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland. And it's funny because I watch a lot of big Metal Gear streams or whatever, and they're like talking mad shit on Kiefer or whatever, and I'm like, at the end of the day, it's a gig for him. It's a job. Be mad at Hideo Kojima, who said David Hayter couldn't play the role and then picked the guy.
Yeah.
It's his game. He's making it the way he wants to. Be mad at him. This dude is just there for a job. I mean, you're really going to fault him? Like, should he say no to this big-paying job on principle? Like, no, David Hayter should get the money and do it instead. Like, come on now. We don't.
Well, people are doing the same thing about Batman in Arkham Origins. Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
Different voice guys. Because Mark Hamill's Joker was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
But, I mean, I get the angle they're playing. This is a younger Batman, so he's not supposed to sound as grizzled. But it
really doesn't make sense for the Metal Gear thing, because I think it was like, well, it's Big Boss, because Metal Gear Solid 5 is like a prequel again. It's in like it's between 60s and 80s time period. You're playing as Old Snake, or not Old Snake. You're playing as Big Boss. So it's like he couldn't voice him. It's like, well, he voiced him in 3. So it doesn't really make sense where Hideo Kojima's coming from. I think there's some bad blood there between him and David Hayter. But how are you gonna be mad at Jack
He's the
Bauer?
Guy. Everybody he
is the guy.
Even if you have personal problems with him, like Hideo Kojima, you better realize your fan base loves him.
Yeah, and they will send death threats. That's how Metal Gear Solid 4 got made. He got death threat after death threat from Metal Gear Solid 4, and he's like, all right, I'll make it. And that's why Metal Gear Solid 4 is very emo.
Oh yeah, and that was the other thing. They were like, you should make a movie. He's like, I don't want to make a movie. He's like, you want a movie, motherfuckers? Metal Gear Solid 4, here you go.
There's 11 hours. No joke, 11 hours. The longest cutscene in there is like 90 minutes. And he goes into it since the very first one. He's like, this is a game in and of itself, and I'm done. And then people fucking love it, and they're like, where's the...
If they like beefed up not Snake Eater. Oh, what was the other one? Where Peace Walker.
Peace Walker. That was
If they
really
beefed
good.
up Peace Walker for like a full console release instead of like, because it started out on the Vita, right? It was
yeah.
if they
But
beefed,
that's also in the bundle.
well, but if they beefed it up for like a full console release and made it like an actual Metal Gear Solid game, that would be badass, dude.
Yeah, because I think that bridges between where Big Boss, the Outer Heaven stuff, I think. where it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in the
where
one.
where Big Boss started Outer Heaven. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh no,
played
Google
those.
Hangouts, of course, starting its little. Are you there? Anyway, before we close out the show, if you're still listening, I'm into comic books now because I'm a gigantic fucking nerd, and I really like Batman comic books. But Chiz just actually brought it up. He made me aware of it. Are there any good Metal Gear like graphic novel comic series? Because oh my god, that would be awesome. So. Let me know if you guys know of anything that I could check out for like Metal Gear. I don't know. I don't even care if it's just a retelling of the Outer Heaven story or who gives a crap. That would be cool. I would definitely
I wanna know too.
be into that. So let me know in the comments. Tweet us #TNWYC if you are a like-minded Metal Gear fan and know about Metal Gear graphic novels or comic books, and I would check that out. Oh, so coming over to the nerd side. Oh, now comic books aren't
But
so
that's not a
weird
comic
and
book, that's a
sad.
graphic novel, like The Walking Dead. That is a graphic.
I know,
novel.
and I have Batman graphic novels.
Those are comic books.
They're graphic novels.
No, they're graphic novels. They're not comic
They're
books.
multiple comic books bound into a graphic novel that tell a singular story. That is a graphic novel. Just imagine each comic book being its own chapter in the
I would
larger
honestly
story.
probably get into an Iron Man one if I was to get it.
They got, dude. Katie and I went to this comic book store. They got fucking everything, man. There were guys playing. I was about to like go up and ask if we could play Robotech, if anybody still played that. Oh,
Wow.
where my Robotech peeps at? Show me some love in the comments.
Hey,
Anyway, we got to get
still
out of here. We're going to end the show. That's not why you called episode 8. I believe a very successful episode. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did as well. Chiz and Katie, man, I don't really care if they had fun.
Why are you being rude?
Because I'm a dick.
Not very nice.
Because I'm
Yeah,
a dick.
I don't think so.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Did you guys have fun? I had fun.
I had fun until that little spiel right there. Now I'm depressed.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Well,
listen to My Chemical Romance, put some black eyeliner.
yeah,
on,
well,
cut
you know what?
myself,
You know
all
what?
kinda
Full circle, just
crap.
like episode 4, you're already off. You're off.
That was 2.
It's episode 2. Oh, God, that makes it so much
Actually,
worse.
that was exactly almost 6 months from today. If it was the 21st tomorrow, it would be 6 months to date.
Oh, yeah,
We had
see?
our 6-month anniversary last week, I think.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was my plan all along. So you're off the show, Chiz. So goodbye,
Okay.
because you're a dick.
Katie's not supposed to be here right now either. She wasn't here for that episode.
No, it was just me.
Caught no flack for it, by the way.
What?
None.
No,
You didn't
because
cover it all.
no, because she told me she wasn't going to be there.
I didn't have internet.
Yeah,
know,
like a week in advance.
I know it totally wasn't Chiz's fault. It totally wasn't his fault. I was just being an asshole. I thought I was clever. Like I thought it was funny.
Sarcasm does not transfer good over the internet.
It doesn't in text, but I thought my delivery of it was like, yeah, Chiz is fucking, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I was a little bit more deadpan than I should have been. But people were like, Chiz, you're off the show because you're a dick. And it's just like, no, I'm not off the show. What? And I had to tell Chiz, I'm like, dude, no, I was kidding. Like that was a joke. So no, Chiz isn't off the show unless he wants to be. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like me anymore.
Oh boy.
You're right there, Slick.
See, I can never be an actor. I was trying to be dramatic.
Uh-huh.
Then it went tickled my throat.
Yeah.
Started coughing.
Yeah, well, you're trying to turn me into a voice actor, so I have no idea.
Yeah, that's not secret.
Oh, is that Secret?
Secret.
Secret?
Shh.
Secret Squirrel? Remember that cartoon show? Secret
Nope.
Squirrel?
Never heard of it. Katie, have you heard of this?
You've never heard of Secret Squirrel? All right, screw you. Show's over. Anyway, that's not why you called episode 8. It was very successful. I thank everybody for joining. I appreciate everybody that likes. I love you very, very much. That's our time. We got to get out of here. The link's in the description for everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at Lefty643. My wonderful co-host at Dr. Chiz. I almost said beautiful co-host.
Hey, I'll take the compliments. Whatever.
Well, no, yeah, but then you'd be like, gay. At Dr. Chiz, you can follow him on Twitter and also Dr. Coffee MD on YouTube, youtube.com/Dr. Coffee MD. Link is in the description. Also, check out the subreddit. as well as the awesome mod that runs it and started it, the subreddit. It's in the description as well. And, of course, our lovely producer, Katie. Thank you guys for joining. We hope you enjoyed. We are out.
I hope Tobey Maguire gets AIDS and fucking dies.